Ranking characters from the new Superman movie from worst to best. In last place has to be this ugly dog in a cape. I'm just kidding, the real last place is Rick Flag. It was a cool little cameo kind of connecting these worlds, but he didn't really do anything in the movie. In 12th place is the engineer, which is kind of a shame because I feel like she has the coolest power set in the entire movie, but she really has nothing to do besides a few fight scenes. I feel like they could have explored a little bit more with the character. Hopefully we see her more in sequels. And at number 11, I have Ultraman, another one of Lex Luthor's just henchmen pretty much. Now, I do like the one thing they do with this character later in the movie for the story's sake, but as a character on his own, he's not that great, honestly. At number 10, I have Hawkgirl, who I'm not gonna lie, is a very dope character. I thought her just screeching every time she flies was very funny, and she does have one great scene at the end of the movie, but definitely one of the most underutilized characters of the entire Justice Gang. At number 9, I have Metamorpho. This guy was kind of the MVP of the middle sequence of the movie where they're in that one pocket dimension. Like, this guy was really shining in that. Super cool powers, being able to transform into everything. I love this actor's portrayal of the character. At number 8, I'm going with Eve. Talk about unexpected MVPs of movies. Now, yes, obviously for most of the film, she is just comedy relief, and her scenes were actually really funny, like seeing her and Jimmy Olsen interact and all that stuff. A lesser director would have definitely just left her as more of just a purely comic relief character, and like I said, that is the majority of her role, but I actually like how James Gunn does give her something pretty important to the course of the entire story and the ending. At number 7, I have Jimmy Olsen. Well, he doesn't have much competition for live action adaptations of this character. I have to say, this is easily the best and most comic accurate version of the character we've ever seen. This dude was an absolute Riz god the entire runtime. As I mentioned, his scenes with Eve are really funny. I'm hoping we get a lot more of Clark interacting with Jimmy in the sequel, or maybe if they actually end up doing that Jimmy Olsen spin-off show that James Gunn is apparently developing in the background, which honestly I think has a lot of sleeper potential to be a really great series. At number 6, I gotta go with Krypto the Superdog. I mean, come on, how can you not love this guy? He is just such a menace in this film. Super funny, the way he's just jumping on everybody in this film, like Superman, villains, everybody. He does not care. But again, James Gunn knows you can't just have this dog being here for only comedic reasons, like seeing Superman talk to Lois and be like, yeah, he's not even the greatest dog in the world, but he's out there and he's alone, probably scared, so I gotta go save him. Like, that's one of my favorite moments in the entire movie. I'm trying to keep this as vague and spoiler free-ish as possible, but I do gotta say I absolutely love what's revealed at the end of the movie of who really owns this dog. It's a great moment. At number 5, I have Guy Gardner. Now, before going to my explanation, let me know in the comments below your list of your top 5 favorite characters from this movie, but I have to say he was absolutely hilarious, probably the funniest character in the entire movie. His interactions with absolutely every character in the movie, from Superman, Mr. Terrific, Lois Lane, they're all absolutely hilarious because he's really just oblivious and he's not a bad guy. Like, he has a good heart and everything, as you can see, but we all know people like this. Just a little too cocky and full of himself for what he really is, but I'm super excited to see him reprise this role in the new Lanterns TV show. Apparently he's just going to be an absolute menace in that TV show. I'm excited for it. At number 4, I'm going with Lois Lane. Rachel Brosnahan did a great job as this character. The only reason that she's not in the top 3 is because honestly I feel like she needed 1 or 2 more big scenes kind of solely focusing in on her and developing her character a little bit more. Again, hopefully we'll get that in a sequel, but from what we did see of her in this movie, she was absolutely incredible. The scenes between her and Clark or Superman just like talking, there's the one interview scene and the one where they're talking with the big fight in the background. Those are 2 of the best scenes in the movie just because their chemistry is so good. And number 3 is the biggest surprise of the movie for me, and that being Mr. Terrific. I did not expect this guy to have such a major role in this film, but I'm glad he was such a focal point of this movie. This is just such an unbelievably likable and cool character. Like, he's kind of defying the Justice Gang. He's the one doing the right thing in this movie. His technology is incredibly cool. The one fight scene he has right here is absolutely amazing with the song playing in the background, just classic James Gunn stuff. Now, he's another one that James Gunn is apparently thinking of making a new spin-off TV show for, in addition to the Jimmy Olsen show, and I really hope we get at least one of these because I'm all ready for all these new DC projects. I'm so locked into this new universe. At number 2, I'm going with Superman himself. I mean, what can even be said? David Cornsweet is so perfect as this character. I do wish we got to see a little bit more Clark Kent, but I'm not mad about it. I love how much of the movie focused on him just being a great Superman. He just really nails pretty much every element of the character. It's like the perfect personality for Superman, and I'm really excited to see him in more projects going forward. But at number 1, I gotta give it to the ultimate hater in Lex Luthor. Nicholas Hoult gave his all into this role. It is such a cartoonishly great performance. Like, the pure joy and happiness that this man feels watching Superman suffer is absolutely diabolical, but it's easily one of the best villain performances we've seen in the last 5 years. If you want to see all my other Superman related content, like my review for the movie, my James Gunn film ranking, and some crazy DC news about their entire future of movies and TV shows, click the playlist above me. All those videos are in there, and thank you so much for watching.